actually wear a few hats tonight. Here representing our Assemblyman Nick Chevalotti. I'm also the property manager at our MLK Hub, which I'm very proud of that. But none more than being just a regular concerned citizen and lifelong here in Ward F. I have a two-part question. I'll be very brief. The first is for you, Mayor. Thanks for coming out, everyone. There was a lot of rumbling a couple months ago about you meeting with the so-called African-American leadership. What I would like to ask you is, are those meetings still taking place? If so, what are we gaining out of that? What can you give us to tell the public that we are here to, that you are actually meeting to make something happen for us in a better way? And the other one is for you, Director Shea. I am the property manager of the MLK where McDonald's is located, and I'm not sure the name you called it, but I see it as a lot of things, and I see it as an open-air drug market. I'm there every single day, and I'm watching what's going on. 7 a.m., the manager, she's about 5'0", maybe 2 inches tall, shorter than me, and she is petrified every morning to open her McDonald's because when she opens up in the morning, at least 60 people beat her in. Now, I'm excited about the City Hall annex coming in. I was actually one of the people that went out to City Hall to actually speak on behalf. I was there the other day with doing soil tests as we speak, testing the soil to see exactly what and how large of a structure we can build. But I think with the weather slowly breaking, I think it's the right time to get out there and stop what's going on because it protects not only us as workers at the City Hall Annex, but the customers who visit there every day, along with all of the commuters. Thank you. You want to talk about that?
Did Freddie tell you I saw him today? No.
Yes, I'm well aware of the problems at the McDonald's, the Annex. What I can tell you is over the last 2 years, we've made a number of arrests there. What we recognize is, arrests aren't enough. Going in narcotics, going in and making arrests. With the court system the way it is, a lot of these guys get out very quickly. We recognize as a department that we have to get that police presence there, that steady foot patrol. The mayor recognizes that, and that's why hopefully you've been starting to see foot patrols in that area. As they start to increase the number of patrols, the mayor hasn't touched on it yet, but there are over 60 recruits in the academy right now. There's 3 separate classes. They're coming out June, July, and August. Once those recruits become police officers and come on the street, we'll be able to make our posts smaller and have a more significant presence in a smaller area. The hub obviously is one of the areas that we really want to focus on. So I'm sure you are well aware of it. There's been a number of arrests from McDonald's. We tried to work with the management there. They are very cooperative. It's just as frustrating for us right now as far as we arrest them, they're back on the street. But with the walking patrols, as they start increasing towards the summer, I feel very confident that we'll be able to address that.
Jermaine, the director says we have somebody there 4 to 12, as you know. We'll have somebody there earlier starting for the shifts going forward. Okay? That works?
I guess the type of drugs they use, you said smackdown, right? It's smack. They come out at 5 o'clock in the morning.
They do.
Yeah, we're gonna get there earlier in the morning, and we're gonna make that more of a 24-hour post. We'll come back over. Just get to Laverne here.
I don't need the mic.
I know.
Excuse me? Anyway, my question is, as I ride down the streets of Ward F, Ward A, starting from McDougal, all the way up to Monticello, and the other day when it was warm, and I looked at the people, and the people that in our streets, and kids coming from school, and just like you said by McDonald's, even in the afternoon. I think when I was young, we had can-do, we had on-the-job training. I remember I worked for 37, 50 years. I appreciated that money. But we have to do something to train these young people starting at 16. Everybody's not going to be in school. They're not going to graduate. We need a setup where we get them some job training. We up there where your cousin June, what is that up there where he works? There's a job training in the square. What is that with Keith works? Keith Davis. Employment and training. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to employment and training. That's what they started at, we can do. We got to get these people up. We ride these streets, we laugh at them. These young people, I stop on these street corners. I said, what do you want to do with your life? And these guys won't work. And these young people, we don't stop this stuff now. You can have 1,000 police. Just like somebody said, they go up in the block. The police come on one spot, they go to the next spot. We got to stop this madness. Too much murdering going on. Too many. I had a 16-year-old boy, and you know him. When you was counseling, I had him boxing training.
I remember.
And that young man now ended up going to juvenile for 3 years. Came home back last Mother's Day. Home for 3 weeks. He's in jail now on that Mother's Day shooting, facing 80 years. He's 19. We got to stop this madness. He came home for 3 weeks. Now he's facing 80 years. 19 years old. Don't know what life is about. Just like the young man was with him, that's got 27 years, and he's in the paper saying, this is not what I want for my life. And he's facing 80 years. Never. First offender. But where do we stop this madness at? What level? And all I'm asking is that if we can set up back like a can do, get him out of here. Just like when Glenn Cunningham ran for mayor, right? Down there on Virginia Avenue. And people thought I was being smart when I said, we need that second chance program. He said, Laverne, you're right. That's when the second chance program started. That was with offenders. But before they come offenders, we need to stop them at a lower level. We're not doing nothing. The school system done failed them. They can gamble in school. They go to school and sit in the chair and go to sleep. And the next thing you know, they're in juvenile. From juvenile, they're in jail. So we need to set up something, Mayor, and to train these kids when they drop out of school at 16, before the drug dealer, the older drug dealers get them and start putting the drugs in their hands. It's too much.
Okay.
It's too much, and that's my point.
So before I answer, just, and I think a lot of your points are valid, I just would be remiss, and I didn't want to be disrespectful. Another elected official, if you can stand up, we have our Board of Education member here, Lorenzo Richardson. Yes, on the employment training, we could have I know we have a meeting scheduled. We'll figure out where they're working on that right now. So we'll discuss that. On the summer 15 and 16-year-olds, you should know that, again, I just want to highlight that there is a shared responsibility. The city right now hires, we've started this program, close to 1,000 teenagers into summer programs in paid positions. Close to 1,000. We actually went proactively for the first time to all of the corporations on the waterfront to get them to hire
I know that
young Jersey City residents, high schoolers in our public school system. Now, I will tell you, thank you, I will tell you that one of the challenges, and it doesn't pertain to the people in this room, but this is a challenge that we had, is that we could not fill those spots. We went to the churches, we went to the community groups. Joyce was spearheaded this, asking parents to get involved, and we could not get enough parents getting their children into the system, ultimately, in order to get a job that we were looking to pay somebody to be hired. So there's a shared responsibility in that we can only do so much on it.
Right.
But that's the
Let us know about that. I used to thousands of
Pat, one second. Pat, I know you asked. I know, Pat, 1 second. We got some other people who haven't asked anything yet. I'll get to you. Let me just come over here. But look, if you can't, I'm not familiar with the program. We're happy to explore it.
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
Yes. Dan, I'll get to you in a second. But yes, no, you got it. Yeah, sure.
Garcia?
I don't have any children. I'm not involved with schools. It's very remote. I just have a question. In schools, do they do any vocational training?
Lorenzo, you want to answer that?
I'm totally confused. What do they teach these children in school that they're going to be able to take with them to then gain gainful employment and have get on a path?
I'm gonna have two people answer that for better equipped. I'm gonna have first Lorenzo, who's currently on the board, and then Pat, who worked at the board and was involved in the board for on the board member for several years as well. So Lorenzo, you want to answer that question?
Ladies first.
Okay, all right. Ladies first. And respect our elders.
Actually, there really is no vocational training, not the kind of vocational training there was when I was in school. Now, I understand you guys have something on the drawing board, but there are no vocational training.
Why is
I have absolutely,
Took it out.
no
Took it out.
ideas. It's been going for so many years. There is just no vocational training for our children. You know, and, everybody's not going to be a PhD, everybody's not going to be a medical doctor. You know, basic skills of carpentry, electricity, but Lorenzo, is there something on the drawing board?
All right. Lorenzo, you have mic?
I can tell you what I do know.
Lorenzo, why don't you take the mic so they can't hear you?
I can tell you what I know based on what I've been told and what has been shared with me. So we don't have any active training programs right now. But we did have a program that we used monies to help rehab houses in the city. But I was also recently told
One house that is rehabbed over and over and over again. One house.
And so we were told that there were other properties, but they were taken out of, I guess, use for the opportunity to use them. So, because we were looking at trying to ramp up that program, but not only that, we're looking at trying to reinstate some of the other programs. I would love to see culinary arts come back in a meaningful way. I would love to see, of course, carpentry and electric come back in a meaningful way. We're talking about that. We're talking about trying to fund that. Those things are in our conversations right now. They're on the table, but they are not currently funded. But we're looking at those things, and we're hoping that they will come to fruition. But of course, one of the biggest problems that we have, and it's kind of twofold. We have flat funding from the state because the state is not actively funding our schools. We're former adequate district, and for decades, we have not been adequately funded. So a lot of that money that should be coming to our district, that we are due, that we did not get years ago, that we could help to make up for the difference, we're not getting that. Okay, the other part of it is abatements. Because of the abatements that are being given out, none of those monies go to school tax. None. So let's say if you normally pay $1,000 in taxes, and now the city gets $35, $40 in taxes because someone pays a pilot, we don't get any of that money. The county, I think, gets maybe 5% of whatever they get, but we get zero. So now we're building this place out in incredible numbers when it comes to units of condos and apartments. But what do you think, what's going to happen? They're going to have babies, and these children are going to show up somewhere. So we're not building any schools, we're not putting any land aside for that, and I've been talking about that. Now, land has been given to, I believe, proposed to be given to Liberty Science Center, down in that same area that we were talking about in the Lafayette section. We could use that for school because 16 is overcrowded, and a lot of those other schools in the downtown area are overcrowded because there's just not enough space. There's a ton of buildings, but not enough space for children to go. And people are staying here and they're having families. And the problem is we are not going to have the space. So what I am saying is that we cannot continue to give abatements to developers because one of the things that's being proposed is that developers not only get an abatement, but an enhanced abatement. So that's an abatement on top of an abatement. And then it would allow them to put schools on the ground floor. I don't think that's right because we're going to have issues, and I'm saying this because I've already said this publicly. We're going to have issues with security because it's someone else's building, first of all, and then we have to worry about dealing with someone else's building and then protecting our children. So I would rather we have a building that we can protect ourselves with our own people and don't have any attachment to some developer because we don't know who else is in the building, what else is being operated there. We don't have to worry about those issues when we operate our own facilities and we have the control to take the necessary measures to protect our children.
Thank you. The two things I wanted to have